All right, so concerning the TED Talk, um, I have a coworker who has serious depression and bipolar, and she has to have notes for when she misses, and she can get those notes from an urgent care if it's a physical ailment. She can't just go somewhere to grab a note if she can't make it in due to anxiety or depression. When someone says they can't come into work, in my experience, it's looked at differently. If it's a physical illness versus if it's a um, mental malady, and it's much less accepted if it's the latter. Um, I've been sent home from work if I was nauseous or sick, um, but that was never offered if I voiced high levels of anxiety or depression. Um, and if I asked to be sent home, I got a few looks. So Nora Blum's first point was that physical pain is taken more seriously than mental pain. Um, and in that regard, national health systems don't matter, whether public or private, if mental illness isn't taken as seriously as physical maladies. In privatized healthcare, the mental health field is not as lucrative as all the other fields that treat physical illness. Also, privatized healthcare requires insurance to cover costs, which have yet to make mental health care a priority. In public health care, the government regulators have yet to take mental illness as seriously as physical illness. Privatized medicine charges abhorrent amounts for the treatment of mental illness, and insurances don't often cover it anyway. Um, in a further indictment of even government-run healthcare, an April 21st, 2019 article by Chris Quinn of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution called "Veteran Suicides Draw New Attention After Deaths Outside VA Facilities." According to the article, vets commit suicide at twice the U.S. rate. The article also states that veterans using government health care had to wait months at a time. Though the article says suicidal vets are supposed to be seen the same day. Blum's second point was a call and plea for change, especially in the way mental illness was thought of and the way mental illness is treated. Having dealt with it personally, in my opinion, the stigma, which was talked about in the opioid PowerPoint, has to be changed. For starters, it's again like racism, sexism, or homophobia. It's something that is spoken as, with concern, and then action. Inaction is entirely different. It's essentially, I'm sorry you struggle with depression and anxiety, but you can't go home for it. Oh, you have a laceration on your hand. Certainly, let's get you to a hospital. Only once that stigma, in my opinion, is changed in action and not just in words, will people put the time and money into research and innovation concerning that field, the field of mental health, regardless of the healthcare system.